What's up, everybody? It's Bot of the God, and I'm finally back after being out of Wi-Fi battling for a few months. My SD card broke, my laptop is still retarded, and then just everything's been going wrong. And I was in France, that went right, but I couldn't battle because I was in France. And did you know Pokemon is actually, you're cool if you play Pokemon in France? Like, that blew my mind. So, anyway, today I have a battle against Juan. I met him at the Abbers Asylum, and I was talking about my experiences right there and didn't really mention the fact that what was going on in the battle. So, but his Jirachi flinched me one time, then I got a Shell Smash as he switched to Miltank. Finished off Miltank with a Stone Edge, because Caracosta is boss. And by the way, this is a roulette battle. And I got kind of unlucky in my choices, but it actually ended up being a cool battle, because even though I got 3 grass types. So, the Garchomp takes me out with a Dragon Claw after I almost kill it with an Aqua Tail. So I go into my one of my new favorite 5th gens, Throw. I named him Pillsbury Throwboy, which is an amazing nickname. So I go for a Bulk Up, just because I know this, whatever it wants to do isn't going to do anything to me. So, that works out all nice, and then this is a perfect play. He thinks I'm going to bulk up again, just because I could have, but I just decided to go for a Circle Throw to get Garchomp out of there, and it actually surprisingly ended up killing it. So that's a good deal, but I guess it is like a 90 power move, so. Or 60, I don't really know. I don't pay attention. Whatever, so he switches into Roserade, and I just stay in because I don't want anything else falling asleep, and that's always a good deal. So, yeah, he gets 1 Sludge Bomb on me, and luckily enough I actually wake up first turn, and I do Bulldoze just to see how much damage it will do, and it doesn't do as much as I'd like it to. Like, I would have liked it to kill it, but hey, Throw did a good job this game. But I wish I could have used him a little bit more, because he's actually a really good Pokemon that everyone's forgetting about because of Conkeldurr. So I go to my Junicorn, and I use Flame Charge to get my speed up, and kill the Roserade in the process. So that's all nice and dandy, but then he goes into Kingdra, and I'm like, I can't really touch you. I could have Wild Charged it, but, yeah, that wouldn't have killed, and then I'd be screwed right here. So I went into my Weeping Bell to be an amazing Pokemon. I decided to do this because, I mean, I swept with a Victory Bell on multiple occasions. I swept with a Bellsprout. Might as well stall with the Weeping Bell. And it actually works pretty nicely. So he realizes the Hydro Pump. I don't know. I should have used Synthesis here, but I felt like Giga Drain might give me more health back in the rain, which it didn't. So if I had used Synthesis here, I probably could have stalled out the Kingdra's rain, and that would have been amazing, but I stalled it out anyway, so I can just go into my Lilligant, my Crop Duster, and put it right to sleep. So he's asleep, and he switches out on my Quiver Dance. So yeah, but he switches into Jirachi. And I realized I was running Hidden Power Rock instead of Hidden Power Fire, so I didn't really have much to do to this Jirachi. And since he outsped me, I knew he was Scarfed, which actually was pretty helpful later. But I get a second Quiver Dance off, but that's not enough to kill it off with the Petal Dance. It does a great amount for a Jirachi, but it just wasn't enough, and he finishes me off with an Iron Head. But now, since I know that he's Scarfed and everything, I can just go right into my Junicorn again and get another speed boost with my Flame Charge. So, good deal, good deal. I just kind of realized that Jirachi kind of looks Jewish, and I've got Junicorn out, and I guess I kind of burned him to an extent. Not to be racist or anything, but, so, then I see the Gengar. If I had hit any residual damage, this would have killed it, but he lives with 1 HP, and is able to take out my, well, actually it was 5 HP, I think he said. So he finishes off my Junicorn with a Shadow Ball. So then I go into my last Pokemon, which is my Simisage, and he uses Hidden Power, which turned out to be Hidden Power Fire, which sucked ass. It got me down that low, but I seed bombed it and I killed the Gengar. And then I go into then he goes into his last guy, which is a sleeping Kingdra. And, yeah, I seed bomb this. And the most epic ending in the world, Life Orb takes me out, and this game ended in a draw. Even though the game technically says I won, I'm going to consider this a draw because that was awesome like that. So a draw was an amazing battle to come back on. And yeah, that was a great battle, Juan. I'll post his link in the description and just in a little bit. The Pokemon of the game was Junicorn. Go to PokeWiFiDojo.webs.com and do what you gotta do. I'll see you probably soon now that I can do this again. Later.